Evening, welcome to the Toon review. It's the last 16 match between Brazil and South Korea tonight. We obviously did the England game yesterday. Earlier on, Croatia managed to knock out Japan on penalties. So things are starting to liven up in the World Cup. Getting towards the latter end of the tournament now. Quarterfinals places are up for grabs. Can Heung-min Son derail the Samba? That's the question we're all asking. What we're going to do now is put the teams up for you before we go any further. If we can. This is the Brazil lineup, and notable, of course, for the absence of Bruno Guimarães, who had a chance. I thought he would have been in the team, given he was left out of the side that played against Cameroon, which is a mainly reserve side. However, when he came on, he did give the ball away a few times, missed a couple of chances also. So maybe he's played himself out the starting lineup. They go with the same lineup that they had for the first game of the tournament, with the exception of Ede Militao, who will probably play at left back. As they have no fit left backs left, they're all injured. So they go with Alisson, Ede Militao, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva's captain, Danilo right back, middle of the park. They go with Casemiro, Paqueta, and Neymar, and a front three of Rafinha, Vinicius Junior, and Richarlison, who's back in for, obviously Jesus is injured, out of the tournament, out for 3 months. In fact, another one of Billy's fantasy football selections that's gone tits up. But yeah, obviously a overwhelming lineup. Can Korea expose that left side of the defence? That's the question we're asking. South Korea, whose team, I'm not reading the things on the left, but they've got lots of Kims playing. So they've got, not sure how they line up, but they've got Kim in goal, Kim, Young, and Hwang across the back four. Heung-min Son, of course, we all know, and Wang Hee-chan also up front. But apart from that, they have Cho, Lee, and another couple of Kims to make up their lineup. Now we know about Wang Hee-chan of Wolves and Heung-min Son, of course. Kim Min-jae, the centre half from Napoli, is a very, very good player also. Going to need to run his mettle tonight. But the rest of them, absolutely no idea about. And obviously I won't be naming them too much, seeing as half the team is called Kim. And a couple of Wangs, a Lee, a Son, and a Cho, and a Young. That's it. That's all I can really say about the South Korean side. But they have a good side. They move the ball around nice. They're very quick, energetic. Do they have the physicality? Who knows? But Kim Min-jae, of course, the number 4, has proven to be an absolute great signing for Napoli. He's replaced Koulibaly, of course, who played for Senegal last night. So we'll see if they can create a bit of an upset tonight, as Cameroon did, of course, Friday winner. I did the last watch along with Brazil involved. Let's do some comments, shall we? Let's see what we've got in the cap here. David Patson, lads and lasses, looking forward to this one. Mind, he says, Chez is here. Hi all. Please remember to keep comments respectful. We know all caps. We're asking for stream links. No spoilers. Wait for the reaction. Spoilers include goals, subs, pens, cards, offsides, and corners. Yeah, when it kicks off, guys, if you want to synchronise your stream with mine, you may be ahead of me. If so, then just pause your TV until I say it's kick-off time. And you'll be level with me, and we'll have no problems with spoilers. Otherwise, if you can't pause your TV, just don't react until I have, and like Ches just said, because people have been kind of timed out for it. Tom's in the house. Hi, Tom. Hope you're well, buddy. Mary's also here. Hello, Mary. John Mitchinson's here also. Even Osuna said there is 2 clubs that could afford to buy Bellingham, Madrid and Man City. I mentioned Newcastle. I mentioned, unfortunately, not signing for Liverpool unless their own as well. I guess for financial fair play rules, I guess we're not. But saying that, Man City seem to avoid the FFP thing, don't they? So, yeah, you know what soon isn't going to announce us in a positive manner, is he? Let's be perfectly honest. Tony Hunt's here. Hope you're well, buddy. And Julie J's also here. David says, soon as vision on, sound off, TTR on. That's how we want it, mate. That's how we want it. Just muted Soonest as well. Yeah, best place for him, isn't it? Shut his bitter mouth up. Who will score tonight? Said Julie J. Kim. Well, if anyone's going to score for South Korea, it'll be Kim or Wang. There's 2 Wangs also, and there you go. Got to be worth a 5 for Kim to score, says Paulie Mug. Yeah. Evening, Billy. Looking forward to it, says P. Lord Keith. Magpie in Essex says Kang In Lee is good, plays in Spain, and Newcastle has been linked with him. Well, let's have a look, see where he plays then, because Kang In Lee, where is he? Isn't in the side, mate. Isn't in the side. So unless he's on the bench, of course. But yeah, Kang In Lee didn't start anyway. Evening, Billy Mod says Chris Bell, KBUN UFC's here over in Belfast. Good evening, Billy. The main, your fantastic self. Give it for momentous commentary. As always, a cracker. Hopefully, mate. Hopefully, it'll be a good game. We're about 10 minutes from kickoff. Good evening, Peep, says Jules. Obviously, Mod. Chris Bell, you've just done that one. Good evening, Jules, says Julie. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Mainly. Julie J says, shame there's no Wang Kerr. Sorry, couldn't resist. You're quite welcome. It is Monday night after all. Chris is just saying, good to Chris. Paul Gullick's here over in the Philippines. Good morning, Billy from the Philippines. I hope you have a good commentary, especially with Kim and Wang. Yeah, it's all Wangs and Kims tonight, isn't it? Yeah, let's just go through that side again and see if we get this lads on the bench. Well, there's no way of telling that because all the the subs are written in the Oriental language, Korean, I guess it is. So I can't tell for love of money whether he's on the bench or not. Lee Jae Sung, he's playing, and Sho Gae Sung. But listen, they won't. I know number 4 is Kim Min Jae. I've seen him play before. Son, obviously, and the number 11. The rest of them could be Kim's, could be Lee's, could be the other one. I'm just not going to know. So, but we'll do our best. We'll definitely do our best. Williams F1 Racing's in the house. Malcolm says, obviously, Ashley's up to his evil tricks at Coventry. The rumour is he's trying to stop the EFL giving this new owner, who hasn't had the go-ahead from the EFL yet, through the fit and proper owners test. The rumour is his thinking is, if Coventry City don't have a stadium to play in, then that sale can't go through, and therefore the current owner, Sisu, will have to sell to Ashley. That's the rumours. How to make friends and alienate people quickly. Lose friends and he's not going to be very popular with the Coventry City supporters. I wouldn't have thought with this kind of attitude. And if the AFL do give Doug King, the new prospective owner, the go-ahead to take the club over, no, I just don't know. I just don't know what's going to happen. But once again, Coventry City down in the dirt, mainly through no fault of their own. Well, certainly to fans anyway. But having said that, I did have people while Modcast was our owner kind of take the piss a little bit and say what a great owner he was. So what goes around comes around, you know what I mean? Mary saying hello to brother. Ian Skinner's in the house. Toon live on Thursday at 5. Yeah, I think we'll be doing a watch along for that also. The Saudi Arabian friendly. I'll be with you. Paul will be with you, and Alex. I think all 3 of us will be there. I'll be taking a little bit of time out because my shopping comes between 5 and 6 on a Thursday. So, yeah, but we will be here for the friendly. Shez says, Julie J, I was thinking about Aymar Wanker. Aymar used to play, for Argentina, yeah. But I just couldn't justify mixing an Argentinian and Korean name. I guess if someone from Argentina went to, it could happen, couldn't it? It's going to be one of them shows. Bobby Vog says hi 20 times. Yeah, there he is again. One long. Oh, Christ. Yeah, it's going to be one of them shows. Jimmy's here in the house also. Hope you're well, mate. No spamming. More Smalling will be kicked off. Good. I like that. Hi, Mary. Hope you well. Incidentally, if you like what you're seeing, hit the like button. It means an awful lot to us. It pushes up the algorithm, puts up the search bar for like-minded fans who are looking for football content. And also, if you do like what you're seeing and you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Become a subscriber to the Toon Review. And also, the available is membership, which is a monthly fee. But you become a fully fledged member of the Toon Review community, of which we are in our thousands. We're heading towards 16,000 now. That's the next milestone that we're aiming for. And super chats are also available by clicking the $ below the live chat, of which Ian Fleming has done that very thing. £5 super chat. Cheers, Ian. Good evening, Billy and Moz. Hope all are well. Very kind of you, Ian. Thanks ever so much for your continued support of the channel. It's fantastic to see, and we're very, very appreciative. Ian says the Newcastle game live somewhere. It's apparently on Newcastle United NUFC TV, and I think they're free streaming it. But they usually have site commentators, so you can watch it, turn the commentary down, and listen to us three do our stuff. Jimmy Legend, George is telling him something about that. That's all good. How's it, Stu? I'm very well, mate. Son's got a face mask on, which makes it easy for him to identify, but he's not the one I want to identify. I know what he looks like. So, yeah. Everyone's saying hello to each other in the chat. Once again, no Bruno Guimaraes in the Brazil side. He does make the bench, however. Let's just have a look at that Brazil bench and see how strong it is. Of course, it's going to be strong, but they've got Dani Alves back on the bench, Weatherton, who's reserve keeper, Fred, Fabinho, Bruno, Anthony, Rodrigo, Ribeiro, Edison, Bremer, Pedro, and Martinelli. Yeah, so it's a very strong side. Will we see Bruno tonight? I just hope he hasn't played himself out the side with the way he played on Friday, because yeah, I think he was trying a little bit too hard, if I'm being perfectly honest. Ian Skinner says, of course, I'll be listening to your commentary. Good man. Look forward to having you with us, Ian. And Tampa Toon is also in the house. Hi, Tampa. I hope you're well, buddy, over there in America. Stu says, hi, Mary, and shares. Good, thanks. Had a day off today, so I've done that all day. That kind of echoes exactly what I've done, mate. I've had a day off too. I'm doing absolutely diddly squat. I watched the Japan-Croatia game. And that's been about it. I got up late, had a nice little lie-in, had a nice little breakfast, and I've done absolutely diddly squat. Yep, nothing. But that's what days off are for. A couple of minutes from kick-off now. As I say, guys, I'll tell you the exact moment when we kick off, and you can pause your stream if you kick off before me. Pause it at kick-off time, and when we're ready to go, and I say we're off, you can pause it. Matt Fletcher's in from down under. Hope you're well, mate. Julie J says maybe just as well after last time. Well, Bruno took a penalty. Might be on for that. And everyone's saying hello to Matt. So, yeah, the Brazil side, as I said before, looks like they're going to play Militao at right back and Danilo at left back. Excuse me. In the back four. They're going to show the career side now. And, the back four, the goalkeeper in the back four are all Kims. Then they've got a Jung and a Wang as sitting in front of the back four. Then Son, Wang, and Lee, and Cho up front. So the striker's Cho, and Wang playing behind him as a false, as a 10 really. Son and Lee on the outside. Then they've got Young and Wang. I've got no chance, have I? I've got absolutely no chance, but we'll go with it. South Korea wearing an all red number tonight. A very vibrant red, I think it's fair to say. Brazil, of course, and the famous yellow and blue, gold and blue. Mary says, which side do you think will win? And if it does, who do you think will win on penalties? Well, I think Brazil will win this quite convincingly, if I'm honest. But, shocks happen at the World Cup, don't they? They do indeed. Got a little bit of fluff on me there. What's that all about? Anyway, right. So you want to pause your kick off? If you've already kicked off, I'll give the tally when we start. They are ready to go, and they kick off. Now they're off, and Korea have the ball straight away. I'm going to guess it's Kim on the ball. Back to Kim. Min Jae Kim, that is definitely. I can recognise him. And over to the other Kim. Christ, this is going to be ridiculous. Korea knocking it around between the defenders. South Korea, I should say. Ball up forward, cut out there by Thiago Silva. Now it's with Paquetá, tried a through ball, looking for the run of Richarlison. Was cut out, and Korea bring it out with the left back Kim. Inside to Cho. Or was that Young? I don't know who that was. Might have been Lee. Little ball through. They're in here, Korea, straight away. They've gone to the outside of the flag, but there might have been an offside flag up. Indeed, there was. And it'll be a free kick to Brazil. But nice break forward from Kim, the left back. Jimmy says Bruno will be on a plane to Saudi after Brazil loses 2-1. Centre halves playing amongst themselves, Marquinhos and Thiago Silva. Out wide it goes into that far side, looking for Vinicius Junior. Cuts out, back it goes to the centre halves again. Militao is definitely playing right back, so Danilo's gone to the left. Ball looking for Vinicius Junior there. Long ball, couldn't keep it in. Was a hard ball to control. Paulo Bento is the South Korean coach, that famous South Korean ex-Portuguese international, of course, from way back when. Long throw down the right from the Korean right back, Kim. Now it's with the Brazilian centre halves, and it's with Marquinhos. Down here to Eder Militao. Wide down he goes then to Rafinha. Back to Eder. Inside for Marquinhos. And back to Eder Militao. Bit of pressure coming on, so he goes all the way back to Alisson. And he'll go at the top for Danilo. Danilo hasn't now. He's got a little bit of space moving into, but hasn't really taken it. Instead, he lays it forward to Casemiro. He goes square inside then. Thiago Silva looking for a long ball, looking for the run of Richarlison. Finds him, but the ball doesn't reach Neymar. And back it goes to the Korean keeper, Kim, strangely enough, who clears it, but it's headed back by Brazil. Little header there from Heung-min Son, I think he was. And it's cleared by the Korean defender. Sorry, this is Son now on the ball with the mask. He takes it down nicely. Squared up by Militao. Goes past. Well, he's toying with it here. But well done from Rafinha to help out the defenders. And between them, they managed to get rid of it. Paquetá inside then to Neymar, picking the ball very deep. Ball out wide to Vinicius Junior on that left-hand side. Taking on the defender, Kim. Of course, it's Kim. Cuts inside. Little ball inside. Look for Neymar. Richarlison. Neymar back to Richarlison. Cut out by Min Jae Kim. Great bit of defending. And Korea come on the other side now with Cho, whose control was absolutely awful. Ian Fez, looking forward to your commentary today with them names. Yeah, Brazil back on the attack again. Long ball looking for Danilo on that far side. It's actually Vinicius who's pulled away. Now it's Danilo. He comes inside now to Paquetá. Paquetá wide here then for Rafinha. And he's got a little bit of space to move into here, Rafinha. But the pass is absolutely horrendous. Wrong direction, over hits to boot. Gary says that green screen looks like you're behind some sort of UFO. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It's actually meant to be one of these Qatari stadiums. But yeah, it does look very UFO, doesn't it? Korea do play it out. I keep saying Korea, South Korea, of course it is. Kim Jong-un isn't involved in it, is he? Let's be honest. But it's with Kim. Right back Kim, and he hoofs it down the pitch. Peter K have it, and Cho's moved on to it. Will the bounce do him? It's Son, actually. Son gets a shove in the back. The referee says play on. No, he gives a free kick in the end. Fuller pushing it back by no, he's give the free kick the way, and Son's actually limping. Brazil come through the middle with Casemiro. Ball out wide for Vinicius Junior. Kim comes to him, and so does the number 10, who could well be another Kim for all I know. Neymar has it at the moment. Back it goes to Danilo. Down the bottom here for Casemiro. Or was it Paquetá? It's Paquetá now, and now out here for Rafinha, but the ball's cut out by right back Kim, who's fouled. And the free kicks given to South Korea. Still no goals. Up the A1's in the house. Even all teams age since I've said this to you. I hope everyone is well and enjoying the World Cup. Do we think Argentina v Brazil next? Every chance. And Morris Kennedy's here also. Hi, Morris. Hope you're well. Mary says it's good to see up the A1. And Ches is also welcoming up the A1 and Morris. South Korea have it at the back. Square across the box to the other centre half, who also has the same name. Kim. Back to the keeper, who also is called Kim. And then back to Kim. Oh, dear me. Long clearance from Kim, then down the middle of the park, looking for the run of Son, but it was cut out by Casemiro. And then Militao takes it down. Pressurised by Cho, and in fact loses out. And refs give a free kick. Is it an offside? Yeah, there's an offside there. I find that strange, hard to believe. But Julie says the Korean guy kicked him back in the... Oh, whatever that is. Can't quite see. It's a very small emoji, but Brazil have the ball. With Marquinhos down the bottom here for Militao. Doesn't look out of place at right back, to be fair. We'll go back to Thiago Silva. And now Marquinhos. Might be the other way around, actually. Neymar comes deep to receive, plays it back. Now it's with Casemiro. Square he comes for Eden Militao, and he's got a little bit of space to move into. He plays the ball to Rafinha on his right flank. Left flank. Cuts inside 2. It's right flank. I was right first time. Sliding tackle from the South Korean, but won back there by, I think, Paqueta. Paqueta squares it across. Must come to Vinicius Jr. Takes his time. Picks out the back of the net with a superb finish there. Vinicius Jr. scores the first goal. 6 minutes in, guys. It's Brazil 1, South Korea 0. Well cut open by the run of Paqueta at the back post. Lodged little cross in. And we need to edit that straight away. I didn't even put it up. But Vinicius Jr. with a fine finish. He said it himself, took his time, picked out the middle of the goal. And it's 1-0. And they're doing the samba dance on the far side of the pitch. All 10 outfield players. But look at it. But there we go. 1-0 to Brazil. After 6 minutes. And now they're doing another dance. This is ridiculous. They've been going on for about a minute or two. Yeah, I'll be getting the yellow cards out here. I know I'm a bit of a killjoy, but that's Vinicius' second goal of the tournament. But it's like a knife through butter, to be fair. Ian says, what time's the game kick off on Thursday? It's 5 o'clock kick off. Any idea why ELO songs? It'll be that thing, wouldn't it? It's that, remember the album? Was it called Out of the Blue? Anyway, just having a replay of the goal. There's 5 people in the way of Vinicius Jr. Paqueta does really well, to be fair to him. Cross comes across. There's the goalkeeper and 4 defenders, and he beats every single one of them. It's a great finish. It's a beautiful finish, in fact. Oh, dear me. It's teased the defenders into thinking. He teased the defenders into thinking that they could get to the ball, but they couldn't. It's a brilliant finish. David Pat says, canny goal. Ches is actually giving accolades out. So you lot, no spoilers. Brilliant. Well done, lads and lasses. Jimmy says, I meant 2-1 Brazil. It's already with Rafinha on the byline. I don't know how this got here, but back to Eden Militao. Paqueta comes short, gives it back to him. And Paqueta again. Lovely little ball inside. Casemiro. Now he goes across there to Neymar has it now. Neymar's got 1 against him. Goes out to Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr.'s beat 1. He's got 2 against him. Comes back inside for Neymar. A little flick back then too. And he's fouled in the process. And the referee isn't happy about that. A bit naughty that from the South Korean defender. Neymar's back on his feet. Very, very bleached blonde hair today. Yeah, a bit nasty that. It's a free kick to Brazil on the left-hand side of the... Is it left? Yeah, of course it is. Left-hand side of the penalty area. Neymar's there. Rafinha's gone out to join him. Not a shooting opportunity, but definitely a chance to get the ball into the box. Thiago's came up from the back. So has Marquinhos. I can also see Richarlison obviously there. Eden Militao's also come up from the back. So it's all hands to pump here for South Korea to not go 2-0 down. With just 10 minutes in, Neymar's going to take this. He's gone short. Little flip forward. But South Korea panic but get the ball away and just aimlessly hoof it down the pitch where Edison picks it up just short of the centre circle. It's with Paqueta looking for a ball over the top. That's not the greatest ball in the world, but the header isn't good either. Out to Neymar. Neymar's got a man against him. He cuts inside one. Tries to cut inside two. He gets inside and it's fouled, but the ref plays advantage. Now Vinicius Jr. on that far flank tries to cross through a South Korean player. Can't do it. Good pressure from Richarlison. The refs give a free kick, has he? He's not given a penalty for that, surely, to God. Has he given a penalty? I think he has. That's odd. That's an odd decision. Oh, maybe not. He did get to the ball first. Yeah, I think he could be. Yeah, it's a pen. I mean, Richarlison made a fucking right meal of it, but there was contact in the box. Kicked his foot without touching the ball. So it's a penalty to Brazil. It looks like Paqueta will take the penalty. We're 11 minutes in, and already this could be a long night for the South Koreans. Paqueta gives it to Neymar. Neymar's going to take the penalty. So Julie J was more excited about the dance than the goal itself. Eating his cheating says potential hammer on the card, without a doubt now. Jules says I don't like players high five and get penalties. No, he's a dodgy one as well. Robbie says VAR, says no, well, it doesn't look like it's gone to VAR. And Ian says a soft pen, I agree. However, he did make contact with the foot and not the ball, didn't he? And yeah, Richarlison, as is his wont, made a right meal of it. So Neymar to take the penalty then. Might be. Referee's talking to the goalkeeper here. Neymar, no nerves whatsoever. He's just. Am I being a bit presumptuous here, changing the banner? It'll be the first time ever I've got it done quickly. Anyway, Neymar stepped to take the penalty. This is a ridiculous run up as well. You watch this run up. More mini steps than baby learning to how to walk. But you watch this. You'll be irritated by this. Goes to the left. There we go. Look, what a... Oh, and dribbles into the goal. But yeah, it's a goal. And it's 2-0 to Brazil. And we're only 12 minutes in. And we're going to have another dance now. If I'm being a bit honest, this is a bit ridiculous, if I'm being perfectly frank. Julie J says, best event diving. Yeah, 2-0 then to Brazil. Vinicius Jr. and Neymar. Let's see it again. Richarlison just wants to get in the way, get past the ball, get to the ball before the South Korean defender gets to it. South Korean defender's trying to clear it. And very easy penalty for Neymar, to be honest. 2-0 to Brazil. Cakewalk for them at the minute. Now says, what's your take on the commentary deal with Ashley? Not much to say, to be honest. We know Mike Ashley's a twat, so I don't really want to talk about him. Andy says, decided not to watch this match, so I knew this would happen. Same old Brazil always cheating. No cheating involved in here, mate. No cheating involved. Ian Fleming said this could be a cricket score. Yes, it could be. Anyway, Brazil have the ball back, but it's in the back four now. And Danilo plays it off the South Korean attacker on that right-hand side. Deflected out for a throw-in. 101 in the chat. Nice to have you all with us, guys. This could be lots of goals. This does give the potential of Brazil turning on a little bit the old Samba style, doesn't it? So, which Neymar just done then. Right. Oh, brilliant from Neymar. Neymar still got it. Coming inside, going to go backwards now. Did brilliantly there. Fantastic work from Neymar. And back to the keeper it goes. But he was in a real pickle there. By the corner flag with two defenders in front of him. Managed to beat them and get the ball out. And now, well, there's a foul there. The ref doesn't give it. So it's thrown South Korea. South Korea tries to flick it back in the path. Kim gives it inside. And now back all the way back to Kim in the defence. Who are shell-shocked, South Korea now. Have to be. 2 down. Any game plan that they had to stop Brazil from scoring is well and truly out the window. But they're on the way forward here. on the far side. Can he get a cross in? It's with the chap on the far side. I don't know who he is. And they play it back to the defenders and they're trying to find space. And Brazil have closed down all the avenues in front of them. But they've got this chap here's got a little bit of space. Kim, but he's overhit the pass by a mile out to this left wing. And it's thrown to Brazil. Mark didn't think it was a penalty. It was, mate. I'm afraid he caught the man's foot. Didn't take the ball. Eating his cheeks. I used to love Brazil, but can't stand Neymar or Richarlison. That's a fair comment. They've always had little shysters playing for them, haven't they? You know, they are masters of the dark arts, Brazil. Ian Skinner says, "What's the highest score?" I can remember El Salvador got a tank in '82. That might have been the 10-1 that Eating his cheeks is talking about, or the 9-0. But it was a proper tanking. I think it might have been off Belgium, if I'm thinking. Might have been Hungary. Joel says, normally they're celebrating an arrogance. I went diving. Yeah, all that stuff happened. Not so much the diving, but he made a meal of it, didn't he? Because he was taken, but yeah. Korea come forward with the centre half Kim that isn't Min Jae Kim. Number 11, Wang Hee-chan has it. Little ball inside, gets it back of a deflection, goes from distance. Great effort and a fantastic save from Alisson, who's dived full length and parried it out for corner. That was netted in the top corner. Great effort from Wang Hee-chan. Bit of bend on it. It's dipping nicely. It's going in. That's a great save. Good effort, though, from Wang Hee-chan. Vicky D says, Newcastle love Brazil. Flags all over St James's Park. Yugoslavia scored 10 against Zaire. Yeah, they did in 74. They did. And Scotland could only beat them 1-0, couldn't they, Zaire? Which, in the end, knocked them out of the World Cup without them losing the game. Tesla 7-5 Swiss v Austria in 1954. Yeah. Enes Cheating says Hungary have won 9-1, 10-1. Yeah, they beat El Salvador, one of them, that's for certain. Tibor Nielashi. JFJR says, great commentary. He'll be commenting the fight. Yeah, it's probably all of us. Rachel's going. Goodbye, Rach. See you later. Andy says, come on, Korea, do it for Joe Linton. I think he'd want Brazil to win, to be fair, being the Brazilian, but I understand the sentiment. Brazil have the ball, though, anyway. Paquetá, back it goes to Thiago Silva. Ball forward to Casemiro. And now square for Marquinhos, back to Casemiro. Casemiro advances a little bit and then plays it out wide to Danilo on that far side. Goes forward to Neymar on the halfway line. Does a little trick, goes past the number 10 with ease. Plays it out to Vinicius Jr. 2 men on him. Can he beat? He's got 3 on it. Probably a bit of skill. Gets it back to Neymar. They play the advantage. Neymar's beaten now in that tackle. Very physical tackle too. But Korea do come away with the ball. But Brazil look like they've got about 3 gears more than South Korea in the tank. And of course, I've got a lot more talent too. Adam Militao playing at right back tonight. Back inside then for Thiago Silva. He'll look up, see if he can see a pass. He might go square. He does to Marquinhos. Marquinhos out to the far side to Vinny Jr., who squared it by 2 immediately. Back inside to Casemiro. Then back it goes then to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva goes wide to Danilo. Inside then to Casemiro. And now Neymar picks it up. 2 men on him straight away. So they come backwards. And now they have it with Thiago Silva down here running. That must be Marquinhos. He's running with too much speed for Thiago Silva. The pass ain't great for Rafinha. And it goes out for a throw-in. 2-0 to Brazil. Of course, we've had 19 minutes. Korea have managed not to concede for 7 minutes. So they'll be quite happy. It's with the South Korean centre half, the minute Kim. Into the midfield they come. South Korea looking for a pass, goes to the left back. Forward it goes, looking for Son. He's off the ball, but he gets a nice little flick. Great tackle though from Paquetá. Now it's with Vinny Jr., who's inside a little bit. Vinny Jr.'s winning he's fouled there, he must be. Ref says play on. Koreans going to lose. Actually, no, well played. Nice bit of play from the South Koreans there, and they can break. It's 4 against 4 if they play this right. There's more Brazilians getting back, but they've slowed it down and they've waited. Now Brazil have 6 back in defence, actually 7 now, and it's only against the 5 Koreans. And in fact, they lose it straight away. But Paqueta wins the ball. Neymar with nearly a great ball to Richarlison, intercepted by the South Korean defender at a stretch. Korea coming forward now. It's on the left-hand side as they look. Right-hand side, sorry. Ball goes further up to the right and the overlapping right back. He's obviously called Kim. Back it comes. Not a lot of movement in front of him here, so he comes back again to the centre half. OF 77 games says up Brazil. Ricky D says Ozak is ready to take the Premier League. It will be sensational. The ball's gone out for a goal kick. The Brazilian fans obviously in full voice in the crowd. Very happy at the way things are going. Of course, it sets up a tie with Argentina, which will be an intriguing quarter-final tie, won't it? We'll look forward to that one. Messi and Neymar, 2 PSG teammates up against each other. But yeah, will be a good game of football, that. And they have met a few times in World Cups, Argentina and Brazil. Brazil playing out from the back. Was a minimal bit of pressure from Cho, the centre forward, but he's eased off on it now. And it's with Marquinhos. Forward it goes to Casemiro. Now Paqueta dummies it. Rafinha picks up and a clever dummy that from Paqueta. Looks really good in this Brazil side, to be honest. Nothing like the West Ham form we've seen. Paqueta has it now. Back he goes to Eder Militao. Back to Paqueta. Paqueta looks inside. Casemiro back to Paqueta. That's a terrible ball from Casemiro. Impossible for Paqueta to control. And now it's gone for a throw-in to South Korea, just inside the Brazil half on the left flank, which the left back will take. Looking for a bit of movement from the Korean forwards. Not a lot of it going on, so he's gone long down the line to Wang Hee-chan. Now it's with Wang Hee-chan again. It's Cho, in fact. Tried to do a back flick, didn't work. It came off Militao's foot and they get rid of it with Casemiro. Not a great clear from Casemiro, though. Ball looking for but well intercepted by Casemiro. Corrected his own mistake. Now it's lofted forward from the South Korean centre halves. Are we saying that was a push in the back by Son? On Paqueta. Most blatant push in the back you'll see was hardly a push, though, was it? Paqueta made a real meal of it. And the referee bought it and gave Brazil a free kick for the shove by Heung-min Son, the Spurs forward, of course. Yeah, hit that like button, guys, if you haven't done so already. It's 130 watching. Really, it doesn't take you 2 seconds to hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, please give us a subscribe also. It's free to do that too. We're on our way to 16,000 subscribers. Membership's also available. And also, we have super chats available by clicking the $sign and contributing whatever you feel we're worth. And all will be gratefully accepted. Vinicius Jr. keeps the ball in right on the byline there. He's squared up by the right back, obviously called Kim. He goes then. Cross comes in. It's more of a shot. The goalkeeper chooses to punch when he could have easily caught the ball. And Brazil will come again with Rafinha on his right flank. Rafinha squared up by 2. Tries to get inside 2. Does nearly do it, but in the end he loses out. And there's a foul there, I think. Is that a foul on Son? Son doesn't look very happy at all. Foul from Casemiro. I think it'll be a free kick to South Korea, yeah. I like coffees here. I hope you're well. David Pat said, big sad today. Had Japan in a sweepstake at work, at Graft. Yeah, they were unfortunate, weren't they? And Ian Skinner says, Wang Hee-chan. Did I hear that right? Probably. Wang Hee-chan. I guess I could say Wang Hee-chan. Anyhow, Korea have the ball. And that's well played. They've managed to move it down that left flank nicely. Bit of space here for the number 3, who stopped, but he will get a corner off the boot of Eder Militao. See what they like at set pieces, South Korea. I'll tell you something, it's very cold today, isn't it? Christ almighty, I've just realised how cold I am. Ondi says, looks like every Asian and African team going out before the quarters unless Morocco can do something special. Yeah, looks that way. The in-swinging corner from Son isn't great. It's cut out the near post. Trying to be retrieved here by the Korean defence. He plays a little square ball and can set things up again. Might shoot from distance here. He does. Allison's not missing that. Sundays, bit of a back pass dribbler. Too far out really to trouble the Liverpool goalkeeper there. And straight away, Brazil on the attack. Casemiro. Now it's with Neymar looking for a ball inside, looking for the winner, Vinicius Jr., who's come inside, goes all the way back to the goalkeeper. Nice bit of play there. Tom says, yeah, it's been bitter today. Cockeyed Cyclops. The time currently is 25-25, mate. And South Korea have the ball. Just going into the Brazil half now. It's hard to think when you put that message in, see, isn't it? But Brazil on the attack. It's Richarlison. No, it's Neymar. Neymar's cut inside too. Going to go from distance. Richarlison got his way. In the end, he ran out of room, and it'll go for a corner. Nice positive run from Neymar. Maybe a bit greedy. Foxy says South Korea and Japan, regardless of going out tonight, have both done really well this World Cup. Fair play. Yeah, I thought Japan were really lucky earlier, actually. Thought they were the better side for quite a lot of that game against Croatia. And once it got to penalties, yeah, the Croatian goalkeeper did really well, didn't he? Anyway, it's with Brazil, which has been with mostly this first half. Casemiro goes all the way out there to Vinicius Jr. He's only got one in this time. And in fact, he loses out to the one player. Korea could try and come forward. Back it goes again. They're trying to maintain possession, create some space. Number 6 plays it wide. Now there's 5 at the back for Brazil and there's 4 against them. There's not enough Koreans getting forward. They're too scared. They've lost the ball straight away there. And it's with Rafinha. Neymar with a fantastic bit of skill. Conte played superbly there with a little back flick and went back the other way. Now it's with Vinicius Jr. 2 on him. Can he take the 2 of them on? He's trying. He's gone past 1. Gets deflection off the second Korean defender. Will be a corner by Brazil. Ian says Brazil like a good dive. Ian Skinner says he's with a who flung poo on the bench every chance of it. And Tom Nick says awful pens by the Japanese. They were. But the keeper still got guessed the right way, hasn't he? But there were some pretty poor ones. I mean, if the keeper had gone the right way for Neymar's penalty, that was a pretty poor penalty, wasn't it? Was in the corner and he rolled in it like, you know. Anyway, Neymar is second his corner. And it's going to be an in-swinger. All the usual suspects are there. In-swinger comes in, looking for a Brazilian head. Doesn't find one. Well cleared. Who's this here? Rafinha. Now it's with Vinicius Jr. First time cross, looking for a Brazilian head. Again, well cleared. Ball from Paqueta out wide here. It's Paqueta on the ball now, so it couldn't have been him pass it to it. Paqueta with a little bit of trickery. Comes backwards. In fact, it comes to is that Militao. Little ball over the top, looking for a Brazilian head. Doesn't find one. Richarlison goes in for that one. 2 headers, 3 headers. Little flick. Did really well. Little ball back. Great for. Oh, well done. What a goal! What a goal! If there's no flag there, that is an absolute phenomenal goal from Richarlison. The skill he started the move off with, and then the one-touch football to carve through the South Korean defence like a knife through butter was an absolute delight to watch. Absolutely fantastic goal. It's Brazil 3, South Korea 0. And you will not see a better goal than that in the World Cup this year. I'll guarantee you. Absolutely phenomenal. And that's 2 that Richarlison's great goals he scored, isn't it? That's absolutely fantastic. And the dance is out again, but I'm going to change the banner. But I do want to see this goal again because it's absolutely delightful. Delightful. And no wonder he's got a smile on his face with Richarlison. As much as we can't stand him, that's 2 superb goals he's scored in his tournament. And he's gone to celebrate with the rest of the bench. And even the manager's getting involved, which I think is a bit disrespectful. But there you go. Yeah. They're taking the piss here a bit, Brazil. But an absolute pearler of a goal there from Richarlison. This bit of skill. 2 heads, 1 head, 2 head. He's got pressure on him, 3 heads. Takes it down onto his foot with a bit of skill, flicks it inside. Then he plays a little touch inside. There's no offside there. The pass here is sublime. What an absolute great goal. Fox says Japan's pens were shocking. You could tell they look like country. Haven't had any penalties before. Maguire's pen against Italy. That's how you take a pen, says Ricky D. Shed says, what a move, at their very best. Stunning, says Ian Skinner. Blind Mary Wallace, Davy Putt. Ian says that was some goal. How do you defend against that? It's impossible, but it's 3-0 and we're half an hour in. Cut out there from Casemiro, and now it's with Richarlison, whose tail must be up after that fantastic goal that he just scored. It goes to Rafinha. There's going to be a ball to Neymar. He's let it go to Vinicius Jr. This could be any score at the minute. Vinicius Jr.'s got no one on him, and now he's got someone coming on him now. Back he comes then. Shot from distance is too high, wide. Not very handsome from Rafinha. Oh, dear me. I just can't fathom how great a goal that was. Absolute phenomenal goal. Phenomenal. Ches says, how do you even defend against that? And Martin says, pure class, that goal. Brilliance. Tom Lynch says, if you had to listen to either Samba de Janeiro or Gangnam Style continuously and Fraternity, which one? Yeah. Oh, dear me. I think Gangnam Style will get me going first. Jules says, any time going to be painful. I say, so, yeah. I thought that celebration where the manager started dancing with them was a bit of a piss take. I think that was not very disrespectful. I didn't like that. I mean, it's bad enough the players doing it without the fucking manager getting involved. Anyway, Korea on the attack. This game's over and done with already, guys. South Korea have been hit by a Brazilian whirlwind. Absolutely they have. Damage limitation for Korea now, but in this mood, I'm not sure how they can. Korea have it wide here. Wang Hee-chan goes past Edgar Militao with ease, gets to the byline. Addison did really well to stop the ball getting across goal there. A little back foot from Paqueta. Now Militao. Doesn't matter wherever the pitch is doing it in. Rafinha and off the foot of a Korean attacker. But Hwang Hee-chan looks like the only danger man they've got in a minute. Son's, well, the number 9 ran across his path, which was ridiculous, but there you go. But Alisson did well to block the cross or whatever it was coming in. Jill says, exactly, but it's about sports, with respect for it. Indeed. Chess says, I'm working on Wednesday, so I can't mod for all that added time. There's no games on Wednesday, is there? I don't think there's any games Wednesday. Brazil on the attack now. Neymar picks it up from Paqueta again. Get 1-2 back to Paqueta. Now wide to Rafinha, and again Brazil on the attack again. They look in the mood tonight. They look in the mood to entertain the world, and doing. Just wish there could be a bit more humility involved once they've actually got the goals. But the actual style of football they're playing is phenomenal at times. Marquinhos has it in a minute. Out to Thiago Silva. And then out then to Danilo on the far side. Now Neymar, little ball inside for Casemiro. Back it goes to the defence. Ian says he's been to Korea, but not Brazil. The barbecue in Korea was excellent. I've heard it's a dog's bollocks myself, mate. I'll get me coat. Tom says no games Wednesday or Thursday. We're not World Cup. No, but we do have the Newcastle friendly watch-along against Al Hilal Thursday. Brazil in again here with Rafinha. Quick inside, a little back foot to go well. He's got 2 on toast here. Back it comes. It's going to be a long-range shot. Just wide from Casemiro. Yeah, the game against Al Hilal, we will be covering on here with our commentary, and not the commentary that we got pre-season. Do you remember the pre-season commentator? It was horrendous. So we've decided to jump on board that, which we did in the pre-season also. I did 2 games, the 2 St James's Park games, and we all did the games in Germany, where Finn Lachenmacher was playing. Folk hero of the channel. Anyway, Korea have a goal kick. It's 3-0, and we're in the 35th minute. 35th. Must have the wrong teeth in. Foul in the back of Cho there from Casemiro. Yeah, he did get the ball, but he's coming from behind, so it's a foul. Thursday, 5 p.m. Martin, not Friday. And we will be doing a watch along, for sure. And now Korea have the ball. Forlorn hope from now. Long raking pass across to the far side, which he doesn't keep in. They're showing that goal again now. It's an absolutely phenomenal goal. I mean, Thiago Silva is the assist maker. What a pass that was from Thiago Silva. He looks very happy with himself, and quite rightly too. But this bit here where the manager's joining in with the dancing, it's right shithousery, and I don't like it. Anyhow, Richarlison's break from deep. It goes to Neymar. It could go to Vinicius Junior. This could be trouble again for Korea. Vinicius Junior in the box. Little dink looking for the volley. It's 4-0. 4-0 to Brazil. And it was like a knife through butter again. And this time, it's Lucas Paqueta with the goal. A counter-attack goal to all intents and purposes. Richarlison played it to Neymar, who played it out to Vinicius Junior. Little dink into the box, and Lucas Paqueta breaking from midfield, caught it on the volley with his left foot, and into the goal it went. And it's Brazil 4, South Korea 0. And again, they're doing that stance. And to be honest, it's getting a bit shit now. Let's change the fucking banner. I'll be getting vibration right finger on this fucking banner tonight. There you go. Well, not 44. We will be eventually. We'll save that and we'll show that. That's his 8th goal. And he's still carrying it. You know, the referee should be getting involved with this now. It's ungentlemanly conduct at the very least. Again, it's a great goal, though. There's no offsides there. This little dink from... it's a fantastic little dink. It's a good volley with his right foot from Paqueta. And if any statements have been made, it's still the one that Brazil are making tonight. Proper statements. Tom says Brazil are going to win a cricket score here. Indeed, it's too easy now, says Ches. Stroll, it's David Pat. Fox says amazing the amount of people that wanted Paqueta originally, then called him bad player. Yeah, indeed. He hasn't quite suited Premier League football, has he? He hasn't fitted into West Ham in the same way that our Brazilian player have. Ridiculous from Vinny, says Ricky D. It was. That little dink ball was outrageous. But he hasn't, he hasn't set the Premier League on fire, Fox, has he? And I think it might have been because he got through straight into the deep end, whereas Eddie Howe had the wherewithal to, just bring Bruno on for little cameos until he was in a Brazilian again here, but Richarlison loses out and Korea can come away with it. 38 on the, well, it's 37-38 on the clock. It's Brazil 4, Korea 0. Ian Skinner feels sorry for Brazil. They just for Korea, they just have no chance. But this is a proper statement. And then who we have here, Wang Hee-chan, who's been no danger really. He does well there inside for Son. Son will try and bend one, I think. Here, no, he doesn't. He goes across goal, gets it back. They're trying to walk the ball in Korea. This ain't going to work. Son did really well there actually, but the rest of the players around him just don't seem to have the wherewithal that Son and to a lesser extent Wang Hee-chan. Back it comes now. And they're trying to go forward again now. Probably going to lose this ball, is it? No, it goes square. They're going to run out of ideas eventually. Wang Hee-chan is playing in the left back position at the minute. Flicks it inside, gets it back. And now they're playing keep ball. So the stats are Brazil has 7 attempts on goal with 4 on target, and Korea had 4 attempts on goal, 3 on target. So, yeah. Not that much difference in shot stats, but in goal stats, it's 4-0 to Brazil. Brazil playing keep ball, Korea playing keep ball at the minute. Obviously, they realise the more they've got the ball, the less chance. He's going to go, nice little fake of a shot. Oh, that's a penalty. Oh, come on, it's obstruction at the very least, referee. Yeah, Ian Fleming says celebrates better at the top. Yeah, David Pat says no one would pick out. It's more as a problem. I agree. Which kind of augurs why did they buy him? If Julie J says I think David Moyes doesn't know what to do with players like, yeah, you're right. Proper footballing men like David Moyes, yeah, they're not into these fair players. But yeah, that's a bit harsh. I think it's an obstruction at the very least, wasn't it? Indirect free kick, but referee just waved it away. And we're playing on with Vinicius. Oh my God, how nonchalant do you want to be? That was brilliant from Vinicius Junior. Made his opponent look a proper mug. But that was absolutely outstanding. Little dummy from Neymar to Richarlison. That's in the sliding from the back. Ref says play on. Richarlison wanted a free kick, didn't get one, and now Korea can come from deep. Can't believe that was a free kick myself, to be fair, but he let one go to the end. So even thing. Gate Father says, hello, Billy and TTR family. The golfing quality of this World Cup is shocking. No Italy, Germany, Argentina, Belgium in the last 16. Well, Argentina were there, mate. Argentina were there. Anyway, Italy didn't even qualify for the whole lot, did they? So, yeah. But Casemiro decided to take matters in his own hands and get the ball back, and he's done it. And now Brazil have the ball in their own penalty area with Thiago Silva. And now it's with Militao. Terrible pass from him and cut out, but won again from Militao, who avenged his own mistake. That's a foul, surely. Again, in the back, but they're playing on. And it's with Casemiro back to Marquinhos, all the way across to Danilo. And he just knocks it into the path of Neymar, who plays to Vinicius Jr. on that left-hand side. Back to Danilo. Now Neymar. And now with the centre-backs. Now it's down with Eder Militao. And now Rafinha. Back he goes. Very nonchalant the way the Brazilians are playing tonight. Some of the stuff's been sensational. One or two of the goals, in fact, three of the goals have been absolutely phenomenal. The other one, of course, was a penalty. Korea do manage to break up play in the end. And they have it with the centre-half, Kim Min-jae. Into the midfield, given away again. Might fall for them, it doesn't. Son could be injured there. And I think the Brazilians are going to kick it out of play. And the game stopped. Son's took his mask off. I don't know if he's hurt his foot or not. Not sure what happened there, to be honest. That's the way he landed. It could be his ankle. Looks like a twist of the ankle. Oh dear. Wanted a free kick, but he's up on his feet again anyway. And he's put his mask back on. And we'll start with a drop ball, I guess. We're getting crowd scenes. Obviously, the game's drifting away. There's no game here as such. It's just an exhibition. Gate Father says, oh yeah, I thought they were knocked out after last with Saudi. No, they managed to claw it back. They brought a couple of players into the side. They look a good side again now, Argentina. Them beat Brazil will be a good game. And no doubt there'll be a few studs flying also. They don't like each other, them two, do they? Anyway, Korea have it in the centre circle. Coming forward. Neymar doing a bit of a press back. Forces Korea back. Even Richarlison doing a bit of a press there, which is in defensive matters there as well. So Korea are coming forward. They're ball inside the 10-yard short. Look, cross cut out by Eder Militao over the head of the Korea, and Richarlison come deep to receive it. Did well. Now it's with Rafinha. Oh dear me, took out the game totally there by the Korean defender. Who's going to get a yellow card for that? So yellow card for the Korean. I'm going to say it's Kim. Indeed, it is. Number 5, Kim. David Pat's out about the Son fall. Andy says, call the game off, throw the towel in. Looks worse than Fury versus Chisora. I didn't watch that either. Well, how do you know it was bad then? It was one-sided. It was David Chisora was basically a punch bag for 10 rounds, but Foxy says, I thought the quality has been much better in this World Cup compared to usual. Pretty much ever smaller nations stepped up in qualities. Yeah, that's true. Anyone wants to see a good World Cup, you watch what's the documentary on Sky about Italia 90? That was the last, in my opinion, good World Cup. Proper good World Cup. There were shocks in that also, and yeah. before corporate took over as such. Foxes, apart from Wales, of course. Joel says he made a bloody meal of that. He did indeed. Argentina must be shitting themselves for the quarters. They'll have a plan for Brazil. They'll kick the living shit out of them, won't they? And they've got the magic of Messi also, and young Enzo Fernandez in the middle of the parks. To me, has been one of the best players in the tournament. But yeah, unfortunately, they have Otamendi playing as well. So ball through there to Richarlison. Will go wide surely, but he's not going to, is he? He comes down here for Paqueta. Paqueta out to Rafinha. Little ball inside for Paqueta. Could be 5 here. He tried to do a Rabona shot. Did he really do that? Yeah, Paqueta should be not. That wasn't very good. The style, but trying to do a Rabona from there was. I'm sure he did. Militao's come up to take the throw in, but he could have squared it across for the 5th. Bit profligate there from Paqueta. Ball hasn't gone out of play. Korea can clear it and do so. Paqueta just get in the way of that one, but Korea do step in. 5 minutes of added time in this first half, of which we're in the first of them. The ball is with the South Korean goalkeeper. Ian Barron's in the house. Good evening, everyone. What's your favourite Darlington fan? Currently 3rd place. Well done to them. David Pat says Roger Mia, 1990. Yeah, and his dance. That's where every time you see these footballers do dances, the first one to do it was him, Roger Miller, in that 1990 World Cup. No one had done it before then. Vinicius Junior, predominantly a counter attack here, but Vinicius Junior has it in the penalty area. Cross comes in, just too far ahead of the onrushing Rafinha, and out it goes for a throw in. Rafinha didn't gamble on that, probably should have done. Ian Barron left a nice one. Fox and Cameroon beat Argentina 19. That was a fantastic game. Colombia drew to Germany. Yeah, Freddie Rincon, I remember him. Yeah. Wasn't so much of a shock though. It was I think it was the last game in the rubber, the German game. Last game, and Germany had already qualified. They beat Yugoslavia and someone else. Come over who else in that group. Might have been United Arab Emirates. Brazil on the attack here again. Neymar's through. Neymar, little skill. Oh, nearly got away with it. Didn't quite work for him that time. And Korea can come away with the ball. And they do. They come away with it on the left side. Brazil stick a foot in and goes all the way back to the Korean goalkeeper. Ian said we should have won the last Euros. Here come Korea, looking to get something out of this first half. A 4 down. It's been a bit of a hiding for them. Ball across the pitch, which can't be controlled by Wang Hee-chun. But he might get in. He might get in again here, but no, he doesn't. And Brazil do clear it with Paqueta. Now it's with Neymar, who's got acres of space running towards it. Richarlison. No, it's Neymar. I think it's Richarlison. It's nearly 5-0. It was Neymar, in fact. No, it wasn't. It was Richarlison. I was right the first time. Anyway, off they go again. And Korea trying to catch Brazil on the counter-attack here. And they've slowed it down again. Just a minute and a half of this first half to go. Brazil 4, South Korea 0. It's been an absolute cakewalk for Brazil, but some of the football they've played has been sublime. Wang Hee-chan, the Wolverhampton Wanderers player, plays it inside. Square across the box it goes. All the way across to the far side of the pitch where whoever it is has got the ball outside to the out. And look, that's not a bad ball inside there. Now, that was a really bad bit of play. Trying to be cocky in his own area, and Korea do have it in the penalty area now. Maybe trying to be a bit too stylish here in the wrong areas. Korea have it. Can they get a goal back before half time? Well, they don't really want it because they've come back. They've come all the way back. Now forward again. Can he get a shot in? Well, no, he's lost the ball, in fact. And now it's with Neymar. Neymar's fouled. Free kick to Korea, to Brazil. It's Richarlison. They look alike. They both got bleached blonde hair. Yeah, Richarlison with the move forward. Good save from the career keeper with his feet, actually. But Richarlison could have squared it across to Neymar, but didn't. Martin said it should be 8-0. It could easily be 8-0, couldn't it? Last minute of the first half, and the South Koreans will be dying to get back to the changing room and probably won't want to come back out again. But they'll have on the attack again, but they don't think they're getting time to do it. Well, they might do because they're coming forward now. Miro, referee's playing for half time. It's Brazil 4, South Korea 0. Oh, Norvik, hope you well, mate. Some of the football that's been played tonight has been super sensational, really has. However, the overzealous and over the top celebrations of the goals, including the manager, I hasten to add, has been a bit shit to see. But some of the goals we've seen tonight have been absolutely phenomenal. It's been a great first half from Brazil performance-wise. We've seen all the tricks of the trade that they've got, all the magic. The Korea have been shell-shocked by it all. They're not able to compete at all. And it's South Korea who are losing 4-0 to Brazil. We do have merchandise on the channel, which you can go to the website and see. Now, if I can find that, I can play it for you. We all know the song. Jimmy's rechristened it, but here we go. This is the merchandise. If you want to buy something from my website store, this is how you do it.
So let's get down to business. I've been waiting, think I wanna make that move now. Baby, tell me if you like it. Tell me if you like it now. I've been waiting, think I wanna make that move now. Baby, tell me how you like it. Let's get down to business.
That's our merchandise there. Of course, there's nearly 100 of you. There's been 100 of you all the way through. If you haven't hit the like button, I don't know if you have or not, but if you haven't, please just put that thumbs up. Don't take a second to do it with your mouse or whatever. Or if you're on your phone or whatever, it's easy enough to do. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe to it also. We're heading for 16,000 subscribers and nearly at 15 and a half. Might even be there by now as it goes. But yeah, it's an ever-growing community and it's a fantastic community you belong to. We're all one happy family here. So you can do that. And membership's also available if you want to be fully fledged and be able to enter the competitions that we have for prizes and stuff. Monthly Newcastle shirts, tickets, all sorts. We'd like to give away here. And Super Chat's also available by hitting that $ sign. If a few of you have already done tonight, very kind of you to do so. Just donate whatever you think they're worth. And yeah, that's great. That's what I can say to you. A few more comments here. Davey Pat says, well, soon as his pants be dry, probably not. Scott says, Brazil are unreal. They are indeed. They've been brilliant tonight. Go Father says, game is pretty much over. Let's hope Bruno gets what he could do. I think he would have started tonight if it wasn't for his, let's say, mediocre show against Cameroon the other night. Should have scored, give the ball away a few times. It's not the Brazilian thing, is it? And yeah, I just thought he was trying too hard to impress. Had he not got on, I think he would have started tonight because I think he would have rested for that. But something tight saw or Tite, or whatever you want to call him, as preferred Paqueta to him, but Paqueta played well his first half. The runaway kid, 4-0 half time. Oh, wow, well, Korea, we're playing, I guess. I don't know what that means, but there you go. We're playing. Yeah. Norvik says, I don't know what anyone else thinks about the penalty. But in his honest opinion, he felt he made the meal of it, but it was definitely contact was made with the foot. There's absolutely no doubt about it. He didn't get the ball. He kicked Richarlison stepped in. He was quite clever, actually. And the South Korean defenders trying to clear the ball, misses the ball and gets his foot. Yeah, definite penalty. Julie says it was soft, but Brazil hardly. That's right. That's right. They've always been the same, to be fair. People forget about it, and when things ain't going their way, they like to leave a foot in, don't they, as well? Yeah, they're not the angels everyone thinks they are. Tangled Wife says, I said 8-0 as a joke at the start, but now it's looking conservative indeed. Vinny Davis loves the Samba dancing celebration. Yeah, it's always hearing it, seen it once, but as each one went in, it got longer to the extent then that the manager got involved in it, and that to me is downright disgusting. There you go. Julie says 4-0. Well, she predicted 4-0 at the beginning. Umuamua says Paulo Bento will be throwing football boots around the dressing room. Well, I'm not sure he will. I'm not sure there's any teams in the world that can stand up to that kind of skill. They're a little bit naive, maybe, but The winaway kid, by the way, I'm English, so we'll be nervously supporting on Saturday. Good for you. Right, I'm going to take 2 minutes to go and have a quick leak. And when I come back, we'll do some more comments, and obviously we'll have the second half. So just bear with me. Go make yourself a cup of tea or whatever. And I'll be with you in a couple of minutes. And I'm back. Glad you stuck with me. Yeah, I've got a few comments to read. Let's have a look at them. Ian says, if that pen had been given against NUFC, I'd have been livid. He kicked his foot, and Richarlison, we know he makes a bit of things, but it's a penalty. He didn't play the ball. He played. He caught contact with the man. We've had penalties like that before. We've had them against us before. Jonas, keep this pretty correct. I will say Brazil look like a plaque. I don't know what you mean, mate. Sorry. Nobody's stopping Brazil. Nothing's scarier than the Brazil side enjoying their football. No, you're right. They are a sight to behold, and like you say, it's hard. I think you have to get into them early doors, don't you? You have to give them a bit of physicality early doors, but they can play. That Richarlison goal, it's absolutely phenomenal. And Thiago Silva's pass, it's actually Marquinhos and Thiago Silva that are doing it. It's Joni, you're making fun of Brazil. PS beautiful. Samba football. He doesn't like the dance around either, which is fair, to be fair. But yeah. And I'm not going to even put that up. So yeah, Paqueta's fourth goal was another great goal. The distance he's covered to get there. We don't see him do this for West Ham. He's played in a more advanced role for West Ham, to be fair. But yeah, Brazil just... It's too much, isn't it, for South Korea? They can't deal with it. I think Argentina will give them more of a game. I think it's inevitable that there'll be lots of dark arts going on in that game. But yeah, it'll be a good game to watch, I think, Argentina, Brazil. I'm looking forward to that one. Because you've got to have a little bit of a flair to answer back at them, haven't you? Goat Father says over celebrating. Yeah, I do. I agree. The over celebrating is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. And as each goal went in, it got worse and worse and worse. As I say, when the manager got involved, it's too much for me. Imagine Graham Souness being next to that going on. He'd have walked over and chinned them, wouldn't he? You know, he'll probably praise him for it tonight. But this is a statement game. This absolute first statement we've seen in the World Cup. Proper statement. I mean, people said England against Iran was a statement. This is a real statement. It's the way they're playing the game. Some of it's been outstanding. And that Richarlison goal, set up to him by the two centre halves with one touch football. It's just ridiculously good. It's ridiculously good. I didn't see it was Marquinhos and Thiago Silva that did the one-touch passes through, but can you imagine Maguire and Stones trying to do that, or Eric Dyer? Crikey, O'Reilly. No, never in a million years. Never in a million years. But defending's what they can't do. I say can't do, they can do, but I'd like to see someone have a go at Thiago Silva because he ain't got pace. He can read the game, but he ain't got pace. Marquinhos got a little bit of pace, but I don't know. And of course, left back, they haven't got a left back in the squad now. So I have no right back at left back and a centre half at right back. Yeah, it's I think you have a go at them. You could get results, but it's having the bottle to do it, isn't it? I'm not sure Gareth Southgate's the man for that kind of thing, but if he did, I wouldn't mind playing Brazil. Yeah, not at all. Might not have to yet, but we might have to. Roy Keane said it. Jules says it's odd to see Charlton at right so much. Robert English says Roy Keane not happy with coach celebrations, and quite rightly so. And Jules says it's hard to see Richarlison up. Let's put this on the screen, eh? What? Yeah, Roy Keane not happy with coach celebrations, and rightly so. It's ridiculous. Odd to see Richarlison upright so much. It is, yeah. We did go down for that penalty. Roy Keane said it was like watching Strictly when they score. Yeah, I agree with that. Roy Keane headbutted Shearer, so he has no right. Did he headbutt him? He tried to, didn't he? He got in his face, but he didn't headbutt him. And he got red carded. I mean, I hated Roy Keane as a player. And the manager, of course, when he managed them down the road. But, you know, I think he's kind of changed opinion, is my opinion on him. You know, he's a good pundit. It's funny when Mickey Richards warns him up, that's for certain. Martin says even Roy Keane saying it's disrespectful. It is disrespectful, said all along. But, yeah, Brazil's showing people what... Obviously, they think they're the best side in the world. And I guess the way they're playing, it's hard to disagree with that, isn't it? It's hard to dispel that. But we shall see if... we're only halfway through this. There's no way they're losing this game. Absolutely none whatsoever. But later in the tournament, they're going to have to come across teams that will attack them with more skill and flair and pace than what Korea have got. Not sure Argentina, that team, to be fair. They haven't got a lot of pace up front. They've got a lot of flair, though, and they've got good midfield, which can kind of compete with the Brazilian midfield, I think, with Fernandes, De Paul, and the other fellow, I can't think what his name is. But, yeah, it'll be a good game, that, the Brazil-Argentina game. And, of course, there's always local derby, local rivalry. They hate each other. You know, hard to predict who wins that one, but yeah, they are looking good. It is great to watch, but there is a dark side to it with the kind of piss take celebrations afterwards. It is disrespectful, and I think if I was playing, or you know, Ricky said they struggled against Fabian in Switzerland. Yeah, and they lost to Cameroon, of course, didn't they? Of course, it was a reserve side, but still. They've lost in this World Cup already, so I think that Cameroon result has kind of helped what they're doing now. They want to make a statement. They want to say, well, we lost to Cameroon. That wasn't our full strength side. This is our full strength side. And this is us going for it. And gone for it they have 4-0 at half time in a World Cup game. It's quite ridiculous. Jim Fell says, finally Brazil has shown those in the world, well, America, why we call it the beautiful game. Some of the stuff has been phenomenal. You're right, Jim. You're right, Jim. But, I mean, other countries can do that too, but just some of the skills that Vinicius Jr. and Neymar and Rafinha, Paqueta, the two centre-halves for that goal. Even Richarlison. I mean, I'm no fan of Richarlison. Can't stand him, but some of the stuff he did for that goal was... Ian says, Keane and Souness in the studio. ITV are going to need an anti-suicide telephone number on the bottom of the screen to help. Oh, dear. It looks like ITV have got the rights to the England game, which I don't like. I know we won on ITV last night, but generally, if we lose in the World Cup or European Championships, ITV is showing it. They're coming out for the second half now. Don't know if there's any change or not. Would be nice to see Bruno on the pitch, but it doesn't look like it is at the minute. They look very happy with life anyway, the Brazilians. Let's get that banner back up. There we go. And again, when kickoff starts, if you should be level with me anyway, if you've synchronized from the first half. But if not, I shall tell you when the first half, the second half kicks off. It will be Brazil kicking off. They're actually ready to go now. And they're off the second half, and Brazil have kicked off, kicking from right to left as we look, and the ball is with Danilo in the left back position. Little flick from Neymar, just fine with Richarlison. Now Paqueta back into Neymar. Already they've started, but Korea get a foot in, take the ball off Neymar. But the ball back to the right back was ridiculous. Now Rafinha's in. Rafinha tries to bend it himself. Could have played it to Richarlison, didn't, and it dribbled into the arms of the relieved South Korea goalkeeper, who, strangely enough, is called Kim. Julie J says, I don't want to dance in celebrations, but the manager joining was a bit much. Paqueta also danced. Yeah, he does. Not seen very much at the London Stadium, though, has it? This year. Anyway, the Koreans have it with a goalkeeper. He's actually out of his area now. Plays it out wide to the left back. Into the middle of the park. And then back nearly got cut out there by Neymar. Didn't quite make it. Ball over the top, looking for the run of Cho. He's going to get there. Cho does get there. He's in here. Cho, can he score? He just put it wide. He should have scored. I think it's Cho. Corner ball. It might be Son. Didn't look like Son at the first, but he managed to do well to get past it. And this is what I mean about the Brazilian defence. Poor defending there from Brazil. It's a good run. Over the top ball. Simple as that. And it is Son. And Son got involved in it. And it's a great save from Alisson. A really great save, I've got to say. But it's a corner to Korea. But that's poor defending. Poor defending from Brazil. And that's where you're going to get at them later in the tournament. Son's corner. Headed away from a Brazilian to another corner. That's the weak link defence. Norbik says, yeah, Ian, if you've been affected by this programme, please call us Samaritans. Corners coming in from Son. Centre halves out there looking for Korean head. Didn't fire one. It's cleared from a Brazilian header. Bucket's going to come to Son. That's a nice little ball, but it's over hits. And out for goal kick. And Judy J says, Lucas Paqueta should go on Strictly Come Dancing. He'd be amazing. This save here, it's come off his shoulder. He didn't even mean it. Jammy. It's very lucky, but the defending from Marquinhos was piss poor. Piss poor. And as I say, that's where you're going to get at Brazil. Ches says, please hit those thumbs up and consider subscribing. If you're new to the show, get your comment read out immediately with a super chat. Absolutely. That's another benefit of a super chat. Vinny Davies says 7-up. What you guys think? It's possible. Possible. Should have been 4-1 there, though, really. Brazil playing around with the back four. Nearly got caught out there, Marquinhos. But Thiago Silva plays it forward to Casemiro. Casemiro sprays it out wide to the far side to Rafinha. Rafinha's got two on him straight away. Poor pass, and it's intercepted, but goes out for the throw-in. Team Brazil just on the halfway line. And back he goes. Thiago Silva. And now it's Marquinhos, or is it Marquinhos to Thiago Silva? One of the two. I think it's Thiago Silva on the ball at the moment. Just knocks it forwards. Casemiro. Back to Thiago Silva. Back to Casemiro. And then wide it goes then to Paqueta. Paqueta forward then for Rafinha. Runs onto it now. Being defended by Hong. Brazil playing on the edge of the area. Casemiro out to Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. got two in front of him to defend him. So comes back to Casemiro. Not a great ball and steps in, but Casemiro wins it back. But Korea do win it back in the end. Trying to play with fire here, Korea, but in the end they do get away with it. The Korean defence has the ball. Vicky D said Keane didn't headbutt Shiri. He wouldn't dare. No, he didn't. Julie Jason's 54. I don't think 8 is possible. She also says Keane shit scared of Shearer. And simple over the top ball, Davies. Right, yeah, they couldn't defend it. Hwang has it now inside. Cuts out there though from Vinicius Jr., who's back helping the defence. Ball into Casemiro, who steps inside. It's a great ball from Casemiro, and if he gets this right, he's clean through. Headed took him away from goal. Rafinha still has it in the penalty area though, and tries to rock it across, but it comes off the South Korean defender, back onto Rafinha, and out for a goal kick. Umura says Sue says when did Keane head, but he didn't, did he? Just making stories up, but there you go. Stephen Field says career 4-4-2 formation is suicidal, and they haven't changed it. I guess there's no point now, is it, Stephen? They probably should do that after when they went 1 or 2 down, but I guess I see there's no point now. Anyway, Wang has the ball on this right flank. He goes back inside, back to Wang again. Wang's got a bit of pace about him. Last season, remember, Molineux destroyed us, although we were Steve Bruce managed us, so it wouldn't have been too hard to do. But still, his pace, he has got a bit of pace, and he has been quite dangerous first half. Ball across, headed back in from the Korean. He'll get this again. It's Wang again. Comes inside now, Wang, looking for a bit of space. That's poor vision there. And Brazil clear it for a throw into Korea. Not the same intensity in this second half so far. Brazil obviously ain't bothered. Korea obviously ain't bothered either. They know the game's up. They know they're out. Maybe trying to salvage a bit of pride. Apparently Infantino's been on screen. I managed to miss him, thank God. Korea have it in the right back area. Advancing forward. It's in the Brazil half now. Crossfield pass all the way out to that left-hand side. Nice ball. Now it's with the right back, left back, sorry. Ball through the middle. That's nice. Nice ball there. Marquinhos can get in the way of it and shepherds it out for a goal kick. It was Ed Militao, in fact. There's Roberto Carlos sitting in the crowd. And Ronaldo. Proper Ronaldo. R9. And Rivaldo. And Cafu. Well, there's a quartet of fantastic footballers. Absolutely. Cafu, Roberto Carlos, Rivaldo, and the great Ronaldo. And not the pussy diving twat one that we've got now. Paqueta out there. Yeah, it's a throw into Brazil. Ian says, it's just me, or do you get a sleazy, corrupt vibe? Absolutely. He's corrupt as they come, isn't he? Christ. Long crossfield, and that's a excuse me, a proper long crossfield pass, that one. Looking for Rafinha all the way from the left back area. It was nodded away from the Korean in out for a throw in. Brazil picks it up. Paqueta down here for Thiago Silva. Now it's with Danilo. Picked up deep from Neymar. Danilo. Vinicius Jr. Danilo did an overlap there. Well, an underlap actually. Neymar gets a ricochet off the defender in front of him out to Vinicius. He's got 2 on him. Back inside then. To Casemiro, long ball out to Rafinha, instant control, spread the pitch out there. Cross comes in, looking for Richarlison, didn't get to him. Defended from Korea, but Brazil pick it up again. Could be a long half this for Korea if Brazil want to turn the style on again. Rafinha running at his defender, little ball inside, gets it back in the box. Rafinha cuts inside, outside, and good save, Korea. Richarlison, did he keep it in? I think he did. It looked like it went out to me, actually, but it's going to be a corner kick at the very most anyway. Would have been a corner kick from the goalkeeper's save, and it's deflected for a corner at the second attempt. But I think this went out of play from the Korean parry, goalkeeper parry. I think it slightly went out of play. Not that it matters, but a little bit of skill there from Rafinha in the box was sublime. Just couldn't get it past the Korean keeper, and it's a corner. No, it's not. It's a goal kick. Very strange. Definitely deflected. Will there be a flag here? Because it looks mild offside, but obviously not. Because anyway, Danilo wins the ball off him anyway, off Wang. Brazil attack from deep. Korea have got the ball back and they're now coming away through the centre circle, out to the far side to the left back inside to Korea. 55 minutes on the clock, 4-0. Not a lot going on, to be perfectly honest. Kim Min Jae's coming forward now. Forward he goes. Korea trying to find some space. Brazil got everything covered. Nice bit of skill there to get away and out wide it goes, but it's deflected and Brazil can come away themselves. Vinny Jr. has it. He's gone to come inside. He's gone past one, gone past two. Foot in from the Korean, but it still falls Vinny Jr.'s way. Now he's in his proper position. Inside it goes to Richarlison. Neymar, sorry. He's fouled there. The one thing we haven't seen is a brilliant free kick. And we're going to have one here from about 30 yards. So just to put icing on the cake, we're going to maybe see a Brazilian special free kick. We've seen many of them over the years. The likes of Garrincha, Pele, Carlos Alberto, Roberto Carlos, Zico. They could all do it. Neymar, Casemiro's over this one. And also over it is, well, I can't see because he's bent down at the minute. It's Rafinha. Casemiro's just wiped Neymar's nose. Louise says, who do you think will win the World Cup? That's a hard question. Very hard question. It's hard to look past Brazil in this form, isn't it? It's hard to look past Brazil in this form. Alexander says hi. Spacebar's in the house also. Deflected over the bar. It was an attempt from Rafinha. And it's a goal. It's a corner kick to Brazil. Corner kick to Brazil. Pushing now for fifth. Neymar's going to take it. He's come out to this wide left spot. Eder Militao's come forward. I guess all the centre halves will come forward. Ricky D says it wasn't far enough out for me. Here it comes then. Neymar gone short. And then inside it goes. Ball coming in, and finally gets in the box. It's nodded away, and South Korea can come in a break. Can they do it? Can they get a break? Well, Brazil get back quicker than what Korea can break, and Son's crowded out the ball. The refs give a free kick. Not sure it was one. They weren't very happy about it. David Pat says Liam Zico O'Brien. Yeah, you should knock him over the wall. And Ryan Taylor. Oh dear. Yeah, we'll get Alexander out there, guys, shall we? Cross comes in from Korea looking for it's going to go to the far post where there's a man free. Yeah, Jules says, do you want Billy's good luck prediction for the World Cup winner? yeah. I'm going to pick anyone but England. Julie J says, Richarlison kicking his Tottenham teammate. Spacebar says Ronaldo was a joke. He is a joke, an absolute wanker. So Alexander, you're on the wrong channel for that shite here, please. Thank you. There we have it. Brazil on the attack. It's with Vinny Jr. Vinny Jr. has been squared up by the defender. Ball inside. Finds Richarlison. Can't find the ball back to Vinny Jr. But he does get the ball back here, Richarlison. And he goes all the way back to the centre halves. Julie J says Messi, Mbappe, Ronaldo. Yeah, in that order. Ronaldo's a whopper man. Stop being a pathetic fanboy. I've blocked him anyway. It's writing Sue in the chat every 2 seconds. Bollocks to that shite. Sorry, Mods, if I've stole your thunder there, but just couldn't see it. Anyway, Brazil are on the attack. Rafinha with a little trick back to Paqueta. This is very flat now, I've got to say. Scoring 4 goals in the first half. It's for Thiago Silva wide, then to Danilo. Is quite advanced for a change. Inside to Neymar. Little ball inside for Vinny Jr. He's got the ball took off his foot, and Korea could come away, but it's not going to last very long. Wang Xi-chan goes past 2, pushed over by Richarlison. He'll get a free kick for that, and they've took it quickly from 10 yards behind where the foul happened, but still, they're happy doing that. Long square pass. Korea, that was a nice pass from the Korean, but can they get a goal? That's the question. Wang Hee-chan goes past Rafinha, square. It was a nice cross, but there was no one near post. Wang's... I can't remember what his name is myself now. Louise has put Wang Xi-chan. No, I didn't say that. It's Wang Hee-chan. Korea on the attack, but they've lost out in their own, well, quite an advanced area, actually. A little back flick there was ridiculous on the edge of their own penalty area. And Brazil have 4v4 wide it comes here to Neymar. Neymar comes inside, little ball across. It's going to be 5-0 this, surely. Rafinha, good save. Good save by the keeper. Really good save, but great counter-attack from Brazil. Wayne Faraday. Nice one, spacebar. Should have been 5, that. If anyone's been a bit profligate for the goal, it's been Rafinha. We're going to get Dani Alves coming on for the last 28 minutes, half an hour. Comes on at right back for Ed Militao, who's gingerly running off, it's fair to say. Julie J said they even put the Maccoms above Ronaldo. Oh, dear. Yeah, Ed Militao holding his, I'm going to say his hamstring there, his left hamstring, but Dani Alves comes on. It's a corner to Brazil. 40-odd-year-old Dani Alves on now. A cracking player still. In swinging corner, came in, but it's clear from the South Korean defence. Son has it, loses out. Richarlison, Rafinha, there's a foul there by Richarlison. And it'll be a free kick to South Korea in their own penalty area. Yeah, it was a foul, to be fair. No different from the penalty. Here's an hour away from just being 1-1, says Spacebar. That's livened the chat up somewhat. That twat coming in and talking about Ronaldo and Sui and that. He doesn't even play for his Man United anymore. Hasn't even got a club. Unless, of course, Alexander was an Al Hilal supporter or something, you know what I mean? Oh, unless he signed for us without us knowing. Let's hope not, eh? Anyway, here comes Brazil on the attack. Rafinha back to Dani Alves. Can come square, just go backwards instead to Thiago Silva, now Marquinhos. And now on this side for Danilo. Danilo goes square to Casemiro. Danilo back to Thiago Silva. Lovely bit of skill, but he's fouled actually in the process. And was wrapped on the shins, I think, there. But he's all right, he's getting back up. The captain just get a wrap on the shins. It's on the top of his foot from Wang Hee-chan. Number 6 is coming off. Another Hwang. TB Hwang. Louise says Billy has a soft spot for Ronaldo. Absolutely not. And Spacebar says, God, I hope not. No, indeed. He prefers Messi, but he does secretly like Ronnie. Ronnie O'Sullivan, I'd quite like him. Louise Ray. Anyway, on the attack are Brazil once again. Ian says, yeah, it's right below. No one likes Pinaldo, says Julie J. Brazil are in here, by the way. Just in the meantime, when I looked around, but it's not going to come to anyone because the ball back to Richarlison was not great from Rafinha. Neymar nearly win the ball back, decided not to go through this challenge, and South Korea come away with the ball 65 on the clock, and it's still 4-0. It's been a poor second half. Hwang Si-chan has it. Poor ball, though. And Brazil come away with it. With Vinny Jr. has it now. Toon in front of him. What's he got up his sleeve here? Not a lot. He's crowded out of it. And Korea take the ball away from him quite easily. No one likes Pinaldo, says Julie J, and she also likes Ronnie O'Sullivan. Korea have it in the back four. Very anticlimactic second half, this. Very anticlimactic. Stifiano Conaldo, says Ricky D. Korea on the attack here. You just know it's going to break down at somebody that's... Because Son's been really poor tonight as well. Anyway, it's out. I know it's a nice cross, but it's well defended, easily defended by the Brazilians, by Thiago Silva. Back to Alisson. This could be trouble, but he manages to get a foot on it. Played it to Dani Alves. Now didn't quite work for him, and it's going to be a throw into South Korea. Deep in the Brazil half. When I say deep in it, it's about 10 yards from the penalty area, and he's already taken it back to the centre half. So Korea could build from deep. Louise Ray doesn't really watch snooker. Spacebar says, what is your opinion on Ashley, the best owner we could have hoped for, according to Redford, evicting Combs from the stadium? I think it's a way of... The rumours are he's trying to persuade the EFL not to give the potential new owner permission to buy the club by failing the fit and proper owners test if they haven't got a ground to play in. It's basically trying to stop that sale and buy the club himself. But I don't think the Coventry City fans see it in such glowing terms. I don't think it'll be popular when he comes to the club. But, Korea on the attack here. They've got a little bit of chance here. They're on the far side with the left-hand sided player. Cross comes in, looking for a Korean head. Doesn't fall. It just might fall for... Great effort, great save. Must score. No. Blocked. Corner ball to Korea. Great defense. That's just defending. Great save from Alisson. The Brazil defense was, panicky, but they managed to get the ball away. Deflected cross. It was bad defending from Danilo. They're looking for handball here, are they? That's a great save. No offside. The tackle there from Marquinhos was unbelievable. 2 blocks while he's lying on the floor. Hwang Si-chan's shot was good. It's a great save. Hits the arse of the South Korean attacker. The block there was unbelievable. But then once lying on the floor, he does it again and stopped a Korean goal. So, yeah, fantastic. Yeah, Ricky D says Shaka has been amazing. Tough game for Portugal tomorrow. A very stern-looking Korean in the crowd. I can only assume it's this Korean president or whatever they have over there. South Korean, of course. It's not Kim Jong-un. Spacebar says, got off on a fantastic fit with the club's fans. That's even if they allow Mokashi to buy the club. He could fail them the fit in person's test. Couldn't have a person's test. How to win friends. Yeah, absolutely. Ian says, wanky chance who flung poo to some dumb fuck. Brazilian fans are in full voice, to be fair to them. And Brazil have the ball. Neymar's kind of held his hands. No, he says blocked more than you when you were playing FIFA the other way. Interesting. Brazil only attack them down the left-hand side, but there's a poor ball there from Danilo looking for Richarlison. Career cuts it out, and 70 minutes on the clock. This is getting incredibly... It's flat, isn't it? There's nothing happening. Cockeyed Cyclops is a Paul okay, not seeing what we won last night. Cockeyed Cyclops commenting on the England-Senegal match. Yeah, he's fine, and he'll be on tomorrow night also with the Portugal-Switzerland game. Cross from South Korea, looking for a South Korean head. It's too far in front of the on-rushing fullback, and it'll be a throw into Brazil. Quite a way deep in the half. There's Fred's warming up. There's lots of warm subs. Martinelli's coming on, and so is Bremer. And off is coming the number 2, who is Danilo. So they've now got, I think they've got 4 centre halves across that back 4, haven't they? Brazil. No, they haven't. They've got Dani Alves on, of course they have. Vinny Jr.'s coming off for Martinelli, and Danilo's coming off for Bremer. Don't think we're going to see Bruno tonight, people. $71 on the clock. Yeah. It is a shame we're not going to see Bruno. I think he may have blotted his copybook Friday night, you know. I do, honestly. Lovely bit of play with Dani Alves there to get out of the defence. That stepped in from South Korea, and they can come down Dani Alves' flank again now. Little ball inside is overhit, and Brazil can clear it. Looking for Martinelli, picks it up. Yeah, he's about 20 yards inside his own half. He goes back to Neymar. Neymar's strong around the pitch like a king, just like he's winning the show, and he is, of course. Spacebar thinks it's just big club bias. I'm not sure Tite or Tite, or whatever you want to call him, would be aware of the big club bias in this country, you know. He wasn't great at the night, I've got to say. Did some good things, but yeah, had a couple of chances. He probably should have scored one of them from at least, and gave the ball away on a number of occasions. I think he was just trying too hard, because I think Bruno should be an inside personally. Anyhow, Marquinhos has a ball, and it's cut out, and it's gone really scrappy. Obviously, Brazil haven't got the appetite to go and score more goals, and Korea haven't got the talent to score anything. You know, yeah. No, Anthony either, says Ricky D. He's not warming up either. I'm not sure what the issue there was with the South Korean player. There didn't see much in that. They're making a sub now, and on he's coming. Well, JS Lee's going off. Jason Lee. And on he's coming on. K. There you go. Lee K's coming on. K Lee. It's got on the back of his shirt. Is it too late to say I'm sorry? Anyway, here come Korea with a bit of impetus in the ball, with the ball at the feet. Wang plays it inside. Nice ball. Is offside there? Possibly. No flag as yet, though. Korea down its right flank, and it's out for throw-in to them. Still 4-0 to Brazil. Game's well and truly over, of course it is. But can Korea get a consolation? That's the question. Or can Brazil stretch the lead? In fact, nice ball inside the defender there for Korea. Ball across the box. Will fall to Korean on the edge of the box. Wide it comes. It's overhit by a mile. And the defender on the Magpie says that's Kang In Lee who came on. Yeah, indeed. Judy J says it's not Bruce Lee or Ken Lee. Peter Clark, has anyone heard about Wilson? Minor muscle strain, that's all he's got. Precautionary mistraining today. That's nothing to worry about, Peter. Nothing to worry about at all. I didn't know about it, but my girlfriend told me about it earlier. She in a phone call earlier. I mean, I didn't know anything about it, but there you go. Here's Son looking at the Lone Ranger, about to take his free kick, which is wide on the right-hand side. Son's hardly been in the game. Yeah, Spacebar said nothing major, and Nick missed chain. Ian Skinner says not leaning. No, he's not leaning. So can Korea get something out of it? There's nothing going on in the game except for the hope of maybe Korea getting a goal or Brazil scoring another worldie. David Pat's going to have a game of Shaolin soccer. In swinger from Son, looking for Korean head. It's headed away. Edge of the box. Could have a dig from distance. He does have a dig. It's a great goal from Korea from a good 25 yards out. The number 8's half volleyed it in. Super strike there. There's the consolation goal that they wanted. They can all celebrate as if they've won the World Cup in the sidelines. It's even been applauded by the Brazilian fans, to be honest. It's a goal from S.H. Park. He certainly parked the ball in the back of the net there. It was a fantastic strike. Fantastic strike. We're going to see it possibly offsides here as well. Can't just allow that for offside. He's good 30 yards out. Left-footed. Allison had not a cat in hell's chance. Headed away, picks it up from distance. What a strike. I'm not going to put the goal up. I'm not going to put the goal up because there's possibilities of being offside from the free kick. So I have got the banner in hand. But there may be an offside for the free kick. What a strike, though. What a strike. Well, on the centre circle, and I think the goal's been given. So they're off. It is 4-1. I shall change the banner. Absolute superb goal. There we have it. Korea have got their consolation. Stu says the comeback's on. Ian's happy for Korea. Dave Pat said, wow. Julie J says, wow. Tom says, Korea not out of this yet. Spacebar says, excellent goal. Ian Sinner says, excellent goal. Jules says, what a screamer. Simon May says, what a banger. Ches says, smashing. Spacebar thinks there was a slight infection there. That was a good goal to Ian Fleming. And Shaolin Soccer told you, said Davey Pat. Yeah. Worth waiting for. It was a bit flat for a little while, but that's a great goal. Might actually put a bit of spring in the step of Brazil also. That's some good goals this game, haven't we? Some real good goals. 4-1 to Brazil, but some absolute superb goals. Still on the attack now. Out wide it is with Rafinha. 7-8 on the clock. Not many changes been made by Brazil. They only made the 2 changes, have they? 2 or 3 changes? Neymar has it. A little bit of trickery. Dani Alves. Back to Rafinha. Skills there. And a little ball. Oh, it's well intercepted though. Some of this stuff makes you smile. It's that just ridiculously cheeky and impudent from Brazil. But it's the craft in it's fantastic. Luis says better late than never. Ball back to the centre halves of the South Koreans. And they're just playing amongst themselves now. If they get another one, it could make things interesting. But well, they have put the ball deep in the Brazil half again. Little 2-yard passes, 1-2 over the top. He must be offside there. No flag as such. Shot from Korea. Well, parried from Allison. I will get his name right eventually, but I think there's an offside and it'll be a free kick to Brazil. Did I just say cheeky? Louis says, did I just say cheeky and impotent? Impudent. Difference between impudence and impotence, of course. Jules says, much deserved goal for much improved second half. Yes, it has been. Cho's coming off now. They're making another change. The number 9. Off he comes. And they're bringing on another Hwang Yu. And Rodrigo's coming on for... So Alisson's coming off. Alisson's coming off for Brazil. So we're not going to see Bruno. Edison's coming on. And also Rodrigo's coming on for Neymar. That's not even Edison. It's Weatherton. So no Edison. It's Weatherton. Norvik says, "You watch Brazil will go and score another 2 for that goal." Neymar's off the pitch now. 10 minutes to go. And I think that means we're not going to see Bruno tonight, guys and gals. Clearly, the Brazilian manager thinks that Edison isn't good enough to be... Anyway, chance here for Brazil. Oh, well done for the South Korean goalkeeper. Edison can only be the third choice goalkeeper for Brazil if they're bringing Weatherton on as a sub for Alisson. God, they're spoiled for choice for goalkeepers, aren't they? They really are. If Edison's only the third choice, Bremer's come to play left back, by the way. Poor throw in. Sliding from Richarlison. Oh, dear me, Richarlison could be getting a yellow card for that, surely. Referees played advantage, but sure, oh, dear me, they nearly played it into trouble there. Korea playing with fire at the back. Finally do get rid of it. But it's a poor pass, and Brazil can attack from an advanced position here. And they do. It's with Dani Alves. Back to Marquinhos. Now Thiago Silva. And now Bremer. Back to the keeper, Weatherton. It's Everton with a W in front. Martin says, you save our Bruno for Newcastle games, and Spacebar says there's sport rituals everywhere. Yeah, they are. Except for left back. They haven't got any left backs in the squad. Much like we haven't really. We've only got Luke Shaw. But they haven't got any. All Les are injured. So I think defence is the place where you can get at Brazil. That's definitely the... If you can attack them, I think France could cause them trouble. Ball over the top for Korea now. Let's talk about the defence. Oh, well defended there by the Brazilians. Might have been Casemiro, in fact, that did it. But a poor pass. Looking for Rafinha, doesn't find him. Korea has it in the left-back area. And they're happy with their goal, I think. We've got 8 minutes or so, plus injury time to go. And Korea coming on the right-hand side now, attacking Bremer. Who isn't a centre, obviously isn't a left-back, he's a centre-half. So someone with a bit of pace would have been handy against him. Trying to come through the middle, Korea now, and might come out wide again. Indeed, they do. And he's managed to get himself one-on-one with Bremer. He still goes backwards. Nice bit of possessive football from Korea. They made a bit of space. Ball inside. He's not offside there. Cross the goal. No one coming in on the far post to tap it in. Louise says a lot can happen in 8 minutes. Tom Lynch says Everton don't have a lot of W's. He'd be better off being called Leverton as they like L's. Indeed. Ian says, I don't think Korea have played bad, just wrong tactics against Brazil, who were up for it tonight. Yeah. Some goal, that. Yeah, some goal from the Korean. Fair play. The Spacebar says Everton have plenty of W's. I don't think it means W's in the win sense either. Oh, dear. I think it means more in the anchor sense. Andy says, I wanted Newcastle players to play for their country, but I don't care now. Only 2 weeks left of this, and it'll be forgotten in a month. Brazil are on the attack. Lots of changes. So it's Martinelli on this left-hand side. He comes backwards. Rodrigo. Now it's Bremer, Rodrigo. Back all the way then to the defenders again. Just playing keep ball now, Brazil. Just playing keep ball. Nearly ran into Dani Alves, but he's still got the ball. Ran out of play in the end. It'll be a throw into South Korea. The refs give it the way. And Brazil will have it back again with the defenders. Down the bottom here for Bremer. Bremer advancing, steps backwards and goes back to Marquinhos. Forward he goes to Casemiro. Now it's with Rodrigo. Poor control from Rodrigo. Not often you see bad control by a Brazilian. They're usually pretty sharp on it, Brazilians. Yeah. With the control. And back to the South Korean goalkeeper. Oh, this could be just 5-1 here, should be. Should be 5-1. Mistake from the South Korean goalkeeper. Defended from his life from Min Jae Kim. Got his goalkeeper out of trouble there, and it'll be a throw into Brazil. They nearly conceded the fifth there. Some terrible goalkeeping. Brazil do have the ball though. Bremer inside to Rodrigo. Now it's with Paqueta. Back he goes. All the way across the top to Dani Alves, who's quite advanced. Goes for a cross over the top of Richarlison, nodded back calmly by Min Jae Kim, I should say. All the Kims in the world, and I forgot what the name was. 4-1 to Brazil, 85 and 56 on the clock. And South Korea come from deep. Cleared now from the South Korean keeper. Bremer's going to win that in the air all day, every day. What the Koreans holding his face for, I don't know, because the camera was right on it. Nothing touched his face, I don't think. It's Wang Hee-chan, in fact. Yeah, strange. He's up again anyway. He's got a throw in. Korea go back to the defenders. And will attack from deep if they can. South Korea have won the second half by a goal of 1-0. Strangely enough. Spacebar says it's all quiet on the Newcastle front too. It is, which is good news, really, isn't it? No news is good news, they say. Long ball over the top. Korea can get another one here if they play it right. Cross across, looking for the South Korean run in. Oh, dear me. Collision in the box, but the referee says play on. 6-1.5 is another. Wang Hee-chan it was. And a foul there from the South Korean on Casemiro. It'll be a free kick too. The Brazilians just shy of the penalty area. No penalty, 6-1. He's gone charging, trying to head the ball, and nothing happened really. Back to the keeper, it's gone then with Weatherton, who's on for Alisson. Dani Alves to Rafinha, nice 1-2 with them two. Could you put it back again? He does. Rafinha's got all the space, and then Walter will into on that left flank, right flank. He's clips inside, looks for the far post. It's there because Min Jae Kim gets in the way. Brazil again. It's now with Martinelli on this left flank. Quickly approached by the defender. Just lays it back there to Casemiro. Now it's with Bremer. Now it's with Paqueta. Wide to Rafinha. Got Dani Alves underlapping. Cuts inside. The rest of the cross. Looking for the run of. Good headed away by the South Korean. And defence, and Brazil pick it up again. And they're trying for fifth here. Rodrigo. Ball inside to Martinelli. Can he cut? He doesn't cut inside. He goes outside. Little dink to the far post where there's a volley from. Oh, it cuts off the volley from Dani Alves, I think it was. And it was blocked by the number 14, Si Hong. Don't know what his name is. I apologise. There's no offside there. Great move from Brazil. Well played, Martinelli. Went to the byline, got a little dink cross. Dani Alves, very advanced, plays a scissor kick volley into the ground, but it ricochets off the South Korean defender for a corner, which will be taken by Rafinha. In swinging. Here it comes in swinging, looking for the head. Just find a Brazilian head, actually, and goes out for a goal kick. He found the head of Bremer, who'd come in late to the box to try and get a goal. So 4-1 still. Goal kick. Great leap, Bremer. It should be a corner because it's come off the Korean goalkeeper's fist. Judy J says it's not sea hung, it is well hung. Well, not renowned for their physique, are they, Koreans? Let's say physique. A Spacebar says the only thing about Newcastle is that Piff could offload us to buy Man United, according to expert or professor. Yeah, I wouldn't take any notes of that. Long ball for the in the far post, Wang Shi-chan, but he's snatched at it and hit it wide and high and not very handsome. Jim says you blocked the Chronicle for that article, quite rightly too. Man United's going to cost any prospective buyer £6 billion. They bought us for 305 million. Why would they sell us to then spend £6 billion on Man United? We're ahead of them in the league, for Christ's sake. Makes no sense whatsoever. Spacebar says it's an easy headline to write. I'm amazed the Chronicle are writing it, though. I can imagine the Sun or someone like that writing it, but all it does is makes daft Man United fans all mental, you know. Oh, we're going to buy it, we're going to sell you and buy us. You know what they're like. But it doesn't make any business sense whatsoever. Foul there on Martinelli, by the way. We're in 4 minutes of added time, by the way. Like Jules says, clickbait, what would they offload us to pay wherever the odds for exactly? Korea have the ball. We're in injury time. Thank the Lord. It's been a really long second half because the game was over. All we've had in the second half is that great goal from the Koreans. Ball inside there, looking for Korean. He's found. He's in the area here. Will should come out wide, doesn't he? He steps inside himself and then comes backwards, which made no sense. But anyway, the right back has it. A little flick inside the back for Wang Hee-chan. Doesn't look as effective on this side, I've got to say. It's not Wang Hee-chan anyway, it's number 18. Inside, looking for space, but Brazil have defended this pretty well, zonally. Not man-to-man marking as such. And Korea played some nice little football there to make some space. Ball inside, the ricochet didn't work out for them. And now Richarlison has it, been chased back by Min Jae Lee. Nice winning race that between Min Jae. I keep calling him Min Jae Lee. That's a really golfer. Min Jae Kim. Richarlison out for throw into Brazil. And we're 2 minutes from the end of the game. Jimmy J says, funny though how we were criticised. It wasn't political. It was a fact that was absolutely. Akhtar says FIFA. Spacebar agrees. And Ches says, plus Man United have $1 billion in debt. I like coffee says, I remember when Apple were linked to Man United and the hype was so much. Yeah. That's what Man United are about, though. Hype, isn't it? They have no real substance in them. It's all hype. And that's why the papers fill the sports pages with stuff about Man United, because obviously you've got a lot of glory hunting fans and supposed to be the most supported club in the country, one of the most in the world. By definition, the people that read their papers generally are Man United fans. You know what I mean? So the print that shite. Obviously, more Man United fans are going to go buy the paper, but Brazil have the ball in the final minute. Thank Christ, it's been a real slow second half. The Brazilians have it in the left back area, right back area, left back area. Bremer. Long floating ball, Dani Alves. Back inside for Marquinhos. Now Thiago Silva. Forward for Paqueta. Finds Richarlison. Terrible from Richarlison. Loses out. Martinelli just step in and win it back, but not for long. Korea have it with their centre halves. Back to the keeper. Bit of pressure coming on him, even in the final minute. The 15 right back plays it back to the goalkeeper again. Pressure again. Nearly gets to him again as well. And he just forced a mistake from the Korean goalkeeper. Ball inside, over hits. Might get a free kick here. Does he get a free kick? Foul on Martinelli? Or was it Rafinha? There's two of them down. 4 minutes are up. And the game's over, guys. Brazil 4, South Korea 1. Long old second half, that. Let's do these final few comments and then we'll call it a night, I think. Oh, I've not had my tea yet. I'm starving. Ian Skinner says, plus they're based in Manchester a deal breaker. Julie says maybe they should move close to London. Maybe they should, and save the fans a few quid in petrol to boot, wouldn't they? Lots of laughing emojis. Mama says, how does blaming the shareholders make logic? It's a public company tradable on the stock market for anyone to buy shares. Not sure what your point is there, Mama. To be fair. Spacebar said they should at least move their training grounds to London in the first team, though. Morris says Man United fans, well, Man U fans still think the 1990s and they're relevant. Reality is it's not, and they're not. Correct. I totally agree with you. Yesterday's men. And the final comment of the night goes to Ches, who says, please hit those likes. Actually, he's not the final comment because Cockeyes Side Blocks said, cheers, Billy. No problem, my friend. I hope you enjoyed it. Bit of a boring second half, to be fair. We didn't get the added bonus of seeing Bruno Guimaraes, but apart from that, it was a good performance from Brazil. Some great goals, though, I must say. But Paul will be back with you tomorrow night with Portugal versus Switzerland. And maybe we can see Ronaldo getting a bit of a kick from our man Fab. Steve says, I thought I read it was Saudi Qatar. I don't pay any attention to Man United, to be honest. Need to be off that second half. Said, yeah, it was a bit flat, wasn't it? Thanks, says Spacebar. You're welcome, mate. Great. Thanks, Ian. And I like Coffee says, if Apple bought Man United, everything you would buy would have been hidden behind a paywall, like a Man United shirt. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, let's get rid of that banner to start with. And then let's get that up. And what I'll say to you is, if you've enjoyed what you've saw tonight, hit the thumbs up. It really does help us. You can't appreciate how much it does help us by hitting the like button. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I've seen lots of new names tonight in the chat. It just doesn't cost you anything to do so. Memberships are also available by clicking the join button. Super chat's too late for them now, but you can still super chat if you want. But thanks to the mods for helping out tonight. Big love to you lot. Big love to everyone that's watched and followed the chat. There's been some more comments. Some other do them. David Pat says cheers. Ches says well done. Cheers, mate. Ian says well done. Great comment, says Matt. Julie says great commentary, Billy. Lots of love to everyone. Tony says great stream. Next show tomorrow night. I like coffee with the Portugal Switzerland game. Norman says thanks, Billy. Great show. And he says great show, Billy. You're very welcome, each and every one of you. Big love to the Toon Review family for another World Cup watch along. Thanks for your company tonight. As I say, Paul's with you tomorrow night with the Portugal-Switzerland game. Wednesday night, I believe, maybe a transfer show. No problem, Heather. No problem, Stu and Davey and Julie J. Thanks to each and every one of you. Yeah, so there's plenty of shows this week. Obviously, the Newcastle watch along on Thursday too. And then we're back into the quarterfinals of the World Cup on Friday, aren't we? So until then, however, lads and lasses and the Lions, Paul with you tomorrow night. Thanks for joining me, folks. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. However, it's a shit day Monday, so there's not much to look forward to, but have a great night, anyone. Good night, everyone.